Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
Tell me why'd you have to go and make things so complicated. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker. This is not Avril Lavigne, although shout out her. This is Luke, and it is a Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday, and there's no one I'd rather have with me today than Rusty. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. We're one day closer to the weekend. I was out, nostalgia is fun, man. I was out talking to my neighbor this morning while drinking coffee, and he said, I think about the 80s a lot. And I said, yeah. I said, anytime I think about the 80s, I always think about the boomboxes that everybody carried. But that just might be a stereotype. Welcome to the Daily Grind.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Because it's a type of stereo, Wayno. Did you get it?
Come on, man. I know it's like 2 a.m. in Australia time.
But use that brain, brother. Use that brain. You know who hasn't been using their brains at all, based on the way that this keeps continuing. The Kawhi Leonard, LA Clippers, Steve Ballmer, shenanigans, debacle, situation. Insert your word here. We haven't really. So I feel like the news, the various news points about whatever's going on here seems to always happen right after our show ends. So we haven't really gotten a lot of chance to really just go for it on this show particularly. Yeah. But holy cow, this just keeps getting better / worse / both. I don't know. So let's start with possible punishments first. And this is a circumvention of the salary cap case that we're talking about. If you've been living under a rock, Pablo Torre has been doing a lot of incredible finding out / investigation into this.
What punishment is enough?
Great question, Wayno. And that's what we're going to talk about right now, because we've got this is from the New York Times. This is an article that they have published about certain punishments for this situation. They are suggesting possible punishments for Kawhi Leonard is he has to void his contract, and it prohibits him from re-signing with the Clippers, possibly requiring him to return the money he received from aspiration, and a fine up to $350,000, which is funny when you consider that it's $28 million.
$28 million to circumvent the salary cap. You pay $350,000.
Like bad boy. This is possible ideas for Kawhi punishment. Now, for the Clippers, the personnel, the involved there, fine the Clippers up to $7.5 million.
For those of you who keep up at home, so sorry, that is 1.25% of the money that he received from aspirations. Just so we're clear.
That's so low, especially compared to the $7.5 million the Clippers might have to pay. They might have to forfeit their draft picks, which I don't know how many of those they have left anyway. They might suspend Steve Ballmer or other team personnel for up to a year and possibly fine them for $1 million each.
The best punishment I've seen so far is they should punish Kawhi Leonard by requiring him to play all 82 games.
I mean, that's. Can you think of anything that would like upset him more? That put his ass in a bind? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I don't know. It's just. And you're going to get to this here in a second, but just the more this, like Pablo Torre has put every single one of them in the FAFO chamber, if you will. And for those of you keeping up at home, look that up. This is a family show.
Yep.
But I just don't know. Like, I don't know where to go with the punishments. We started there. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I do think Kawhi sees some disciplinary action. I think he was a willing participant in this. Like, obviously, all parties involved knew exactly what was going on here. Kawhi just didn't think, "Oh, I'm getting $28 million to do nothing." Like, there was the reason that $28 million had to come from an alternate hand besides the Clippers. Requiring to pay back the money, maybe, or at least a portion of it, probably more than 1.25%. But I mean, the Clippers are the ones that are really like in the lurch here because they could really see some serious punishment if they had first round picks. There is a precedent there. The Minnesota Timberwolves had to give up 5 first round picks. I think it was in a Joe Smith acquisition. Like there's a precedent there, but they don't have those first round picks, and so it feels like if Adam Silver has any cojones, and he found himself in this chamber because Pablo Torre does a good job of giving just enough to people to hang themselves. And I'm sure we'll get to Adam Silver here in a minute.
Yep.
If he has any stones about his shriveled little body, he's going to suspend Steve Ballmer. He's going to find the Clippers, and there's going to be some punishment for Adam Silver, but I don't anticipate him to show said stones.
Which that's a great great little transition about this situation because Adam Silver, aka Stretched Out Gollum, aka the Slender Man, aka insert insult here. He Pablo Torre, man, like you said, he was like, "Oh, what you got? Here you go." On 9/10 at the owners meeting, this is a quote from Adam Silver that Pablo released. Quote, "I'd frankly never heard of the company Aspiration before, and I never heard a whiff of anything around an endorsement deal with Kawhi or anything around engagement with the LA Clippers. It was all new to me." Which is interesting because if you have 300, Pablo also got a hold of the $300 million founding sponsorship agreement, which must be submitted prior to its execution of the NBA's approval, and it shall not be effective or enforceable until it is expressly approved by the NBA, which that means Adam Silver has to know, or excuse me, the NBA at least, as an organization, had to know about Aspiration.
And who is the commissioner of that organization?
You would think. One would think. Yeah. And then Adam Silver tried to get ahead of this and went on like another show and said, I said I never heard of it. M-Dash, which we know M-Dashes are all big in AI now. I meant it in the context of the accusations here. I was certainly aware of the brand. Well, it didn't sound like it in that interview at the owners meeting. So
I hope there's still more to come. I hope Pablo Torre has just one more drop. I woke up this morning and Mark Cuban had written like a 3,700 word essay about the whole thing, saying that Pablo is just severely misinformed and he's making a lot of assumptions and he has nothing conclusive and everything is speculative so far, which makes me think there is probably one more smoking gun that's about to come out. But yeah, I mean, in the ultimate talking out of both sides of your mouth, Adam Silver clearly enunciated, "I've never heard of the brand Aspiration," only for him to turn around a few days later when Pablo Torre again releases more information that the NBA was certainly aware of the sponsorship agreement. The only thing would have been better if Adam Silver's and John Hancock would have been on there itself, but like very clearly that the organization that you are the head, the chief of, like knows about this. I know I certainly know what the brand is. I just didn't. I meant in the context of this, like, brother. Like you are walking it back, and you are knee deep in bull. You know what? And you got caught. You got caught.
Yep. And that's what this is. You know, there's nothing screams I got caught more than when you're like, I said I never heard of it, but I meant in the right context. It's just like,
Mhm.
brother, that screams you got caught, which
Yeah.
let's put Wayno's got the right idea. Like, what is going, like, if the NBA puts a punishment down, and who knows if Adam Silver's going to, I mean, God knows how high, I mean, how intertwined or how ridiculous this is. We don't know. Like you said, hopefully Pablo has more, but what's a good year? Like, is it a null year for the Clippers where they can play but cannot qualify for the playoffs? I mean, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
In college football, you get a bowl ban. If you get caught cheating, you can
Yep.
play, but you can't make a postseason. You can't have postseason play. That would set a precedent. I am unaware of that ever happening in professional sports. I think we're also like in a unprecedented situation. I say that this has happened before. This is the first time a team has been so blatantly caught. Like, if you think this is the first and only time a team has circumvented the salary cap through a sponsorship deal, we probably need to talk about the Tooth Fairy. Or you could buy my oceanfront property on Lamar Avenue. They just got so just caught with their pants down because they didn't clean up the paperwork and they didn't leave enough degrees of separation to keep from getting caught. And so that would be an unprecedented punishment for an unprecedented situation. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I don't think I'm just telling you right now, this does not mean enough to Adam Silver. This is not an obscene hand gesture on the court. This is not mocking a referee. This is not, degrading the game of basketball enough to where he's
throwing the basketball into the ground.
That's it. So it's not going to be enough to warrant an extreme punishment. So I'm not holding my breath, but I mean, this certainly could be a route that the NBA could go if they had like David Stern would have already banned them suckers from the playoffs and said, sorry about it.
Yep. It would have happened.
And it's the right team, as Wayno just said. Like, if the Memphis Grizzlies had done this, like, we would be disbanded immediately, and John Morant would be punished and sent immediately to play for said Clippers or Lakers in a big market. And Jerry Jackson Jr. would immediately go to the New York Knicks or Chicago or Miami, some big market, immediately in punishment.
Yep.
But since it's the Clippers, that West Coast bias, Adam Silver is going to be like, hey, behave.
He's like, I didn't know about it. If you think about like not qualifying for the playoffs, I found this interesting. Which, if you want to head on over to FanDuel, they've sponsored the show. We love them. They have. I thought this was interesting. I was like, hey, I wonder if any of this nonsense is this going to affect the FanDuel odds, the betting odds on whether or not the Clippers will make said playoffs or make said finals, make anything. Right now, over on FanDuel, the Clippers still have the 5th best odds to represent the Western Conference in the finals. The Thunder, the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Lakers, the LA Lakers, have higher odds than them. But like this, it doesn't seem to. It's like until Adam Silver acts like this is a big deal, FanDuel's not going to act like it's a big deal. They're still going to act like business as usual and be like, hey, they got a good team, 5th best odds. If Kawhi plays, plus 1,000 odds to win the Western Conference. It's really interesting to me.
He's too busy watching John Morant's Instagram to make sure there's no gun celebration or no lobbing grenades or anything like that. He's gonna miss it. And I just love like watching, like I kind of mentioned earlier briefly, I love watching Mark Cuban come to the defense of Steve Ballmer and these guys so much. Like, again, Kevin O'Connor, shout out Kevin O'Connor. He said the word count for Mark Cuban's post 12 hours ago was 3,874 words, 21,269 characters in an X post, basically saying that Pablo Torre has a lot of circumstantial and if this happened, then that means this type evidence. And I don't think Mark Cuban is ready for that smoke because if Pablo Torre is putting this out, there's some backings or there's some obvious stuff. Like Steve Ballmer's yet to address any of the Dennis Wong. Why is both Steve Ballmer and Dennis Wong contributing money right before Kawhi Leonard gets paid? It's just like it would be the first case in the history of the world where there was a lot of smoke and no fire. I'll say that.
Yes. Well, and also the fact that it's not Ballmer coming to his own defense or coming to his college roommate's defense. Yeah. It's Mark Cuban. I mean, like, which I mean, granted, Cuban has done a lot for the owners in terms, and he's not afraid to like actually stand up for himself and stand up for his buddies. But at the same time, it's like if I got caught with this and I was being accused of this and there was nothing going on, I'd stand up. You bet your ass I'd get ahead of the game and be like, yeah. No.
Yeah.
I
be
know
as forthcoming as you can.
Yep.
But
it's
he
like
ain't done that yet.
He could have been like, hey, that's my college roommate. I know him. That was him. I mean, shoot, if you want to get ahead of this, throw your buddy under the bus. I mean, not to be rude, but like, I don't know. It's just, they're handling.
You would throw me under the bus, Luke?
Not you. I said Uncle Buck.
Got it.
It's just like, they're all like, it's like hot potato in this whole situation. It's just really,
and which makes it look even more guilty because instead of just outright like, here's documents, here's what we got, here's everything, it's very much like just, and again, he's got legal counsel and they're probably telling him to do this and to keep your mouth shut.
Yes.
But it's like Pablo Torre puts out some, Ballmer reacts a little bit, the team says this, that, and the other, and Torre's like, oh, cool, you said that. Well, here's more proof of why that was wrong. And they're responding and reacting to that. And I feel like there's still, I may be wrong because there's enough damning evidence here. Again, this would be the first case of there being smoke with no fire that I've ever seen. But I would think that there's still a little bit more to come from Pablo Torre, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, well, and I shout out Edward. Shout out everybody in the comments. Comments are hopping today, y'all. If y'all not over at YouTube, come over here. I'm not stitching King Meek. Snitches get stitches. I know how that works. Maybe they're covering up the fire, the fire with hush money. I mean, like maybe. I mean, you want to talk about the most the richest dude? I mean, what, seventh richest man in the world? Maybe.
Yeah. And then it would be the absolute worst luck for Ballmer and Wong if this was true. And I'm with Kenny. I don't believe in coincidence or luck.
Nope.
Your boys got caught with their pants down, and they're trying to cover it up real quick, and it ain't working. It's like a dog, three-legged dog trying to bury a turd on the icy lake. It just ain't working. Shout out Larry the Cable Guy for that one.
I've never heard that. That's really good. Three-legged. That one got me. That's good. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Like coincidence, like I've seen signs. I know there's no coincidences. I know how it works. It just
I've seen signs. It's a good movie with Mel Gibson. Make sure you got water out and you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I got you. Got water everywhere. That's Steve Ballmer just needs glasses of water everywhere. Pablo Torre comes away. Oh God.
I see Dennis Wong standing there like a super soaker, like
you're like, if anybody is good with Photoshop, make this for us. We would love it.
Please.
Let's take a quick break because this is kind of some underhanded situation. And based on some information that we saw yesterday, people may think the Grizzlies are a little underhanded, which is hilarious to me. Which we can do some math. We can do some figures. We will be right back after this break to talk about if the Grizzlies are a dirty team or not. Right after this break.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Can Memphis beat Arkansas this week?
Can they? Sure. Since 2014, they are 4-0 against opponents when they play 11 a.m. games on ABC. 4-0.
Okay.
I have a lot of concern about this defense's ability to contain Taylon Green.
Yep.
That's my biggest problem.
That's the
Over
game.
the years, they've struggled with running quarterbacks, as most defenses do. I think that's such a trope for a lot of people. They're like, this defense struggles with running quarterbacks. It's like, well, everyone does. He's got all the ability in the world. And I think this is going to be a massive test for a Memphis defense who I don't think has really been pressed or challenged by any quarterback today.
Then for Memphis's offense, they've got to be able to stretch the field. If Arkansas knows that Memphis is just going to try to line up, run the ball with Sutton Smith, run it with Brendan Lewis, they're going to be able to shut that down.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 10 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
DJ Lagway has shown me he had a 39.2 QBR in the first week. He had a terrible game against South Florida. And all this hype about DJ Lagway being the next great Florida quarterback, Drew, has fallen flat on his face, in my opinion.
No, the problem is he sat out all spring and he sat out 2 weeks of fall camp. I think once he gets to the next level, he is that type of guy. But I don't think he has been able to develop the right way at Florida because he's been off the damn practice field.
You know why you don't see it, Rusty? Because you had LASIK surgery to correct your vision. I don't trust medical doctors. I don't trust anybody these days when it comes to scouting football.
Can y'all tell me what the identity of a Billy Napier team is?
No.
Finish strong?
I have I have literally no idea. I truly believe DJ Lagway is that type of talent where it's
agree.
Are we watching the same quarterback? Good.
No, hold up. He's 6'4".
That's
225 pounds. He can run over anybody. He runs a 4.4. He's got a cannon for an arm. He can be accurate. He's shown that.
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson was never accurate like that.
Can I give you Anthony Richardson?
Tune in to College Football Saturdays throughout the college football season live from Grind City Brewing and the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And we are back. Hey, was that you in that commercial spouting truth? Was that you?
I don't know, man. Whoever it was really smart because DJ Lagway went out and had a career awful game. 5 interceptions, led Florida to 10 measly points, just bumbled all over the field. And I got these two buffoons surrounding me talking about generational talent, NFL quarterback. My brother in Christ, he threw 5 picks that very night. And if I need to pull up the draft chart, I can. I sent Drew and Gabe a text the next morning in the group chat and said, hey, guys, y'all ready to have a conversation about DJ Lagway, or do you still want to be wrong? And neither of them responded. So I guess they still want to be wrong.
They still want to be wrong. And you know what? There's no better place to be wrong than Grind City Brewing. If you're going to be wrong, at least be wrong there.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, go there, have you a beer. If you're going to be wrong and look like a buffoon,
but you're going to be drinking good cold beer, looking like a buffoon. Because, hey, Gabe and Drew did a great job of consuming good beer and looking like a buffoon. They were 2 for 2 in that.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. So we'll give it to them.
Just pay attention to the guy in the middle. That's all I'm saying.
And you just need to keep sitting in the middle. It's a good little view. We will be at Grind City Brewing, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah. 27th.
It's going to be good. Make sure you're there. While you're there also, give it to me.
Keep going. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say get a tattoo while you're there. Trilogy Tattoo. They also sponsor the show, and they're great. I'm itching I just want a tattoo. They're great. And FanDuel. We're also brought to you by FanDuel. They're great. What you got for me?
So I'm pulling up. Sorry, I'm airdropping. I am going to be at a super cool event this weekend with Bluff City Media, representing Bluff City Media. It's going to be an awesome time. I think Wayno is going to appreciate it. Anybody who is just a collector of all things like sports will be a fan of it. Oh, it's not pulling up. I'm going to have to convert the file. But
I'm excited.
The Mid-South Card Show is having their September show this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's at the venue at Bartlett Station. I'll get some stuff out from our social media later today.
I'll have something for the rest of the week.
5868 Stage Road in Bartlett. They're going to have 80-plus tables. There's going to be cards that you can trade, you can buy. There's going to have some rarities. You're going to have sports cards. You're going to have some trading cards. You're going to have some Pokemon and Magic cards, I'm sure they're in the back. But what I'm most excited about is I get to interview and meet a living legend. Reggie Howard, who played in the Negro Leagues during the 1950s, will be there as an honored guest. He's going to be signing copies of his book, talking to people that are there, and I will be doing an interview exclusively for Bluff City Media. Super excited to interview Mr. Howard and hear his story and how the game of baseball has evolved and come around since he played in the 1950s. Couldn't be more excited for that interview. Y'all come out and hang with us. We're going to have a booth. It's at 9 a.m. I'm going to be there when it starts. I'll be there for most of the morning. Maggie and I've got some commitments that afternoon. but they're going to have modern sports cards, vintage cards, sports memorabilia, Pokemon, unopened boxes, hobby supplies, and so much more. Come out, Bartlett, 9 to 3 this Saturday.
Oh my God, man!
If
you have never been that's amazing that you're interviewing that. That's going to be great. Tune into that. That's amazing. But holy cow, collectors conventions are amazing. They're amazing. So that's so cool. We'll have graphics for that the rest of the week. So we will find that and we'll get that up there because that's
I can't wait to interview Mr. Howard. It's going to be amazing. They have another one November the 15th. They do them monthly throughout the year, minus a couple of months. So Wayno will have to coordinate your trip to America next year for a Grizzlies game and a Mid-South card show. Ooh, excuse me. It's going to be an awesome time. Can't wait, guys. It's going to be so much fun. Y'all come out 9 to 3 at the venue at Bartlett Station.
Come hang out. That sounds great. Bartlett Station. We'll get graphics up with more details for the rest of the week. The great thing about collectors conventions, in my opinion, you don't really run into a lot of dirty people, dirty players at the convention. I got this. You sent me this. This was from RotoWire. Good folks over at RotoWire. They released a list of statistically the dirtiest teams in the NBA over the last 10 years. The dirtiest teams. And the Grizzlies were ranked 3rd on this list behind the Heat and the Brooklyn Nets. Now this list was compiled. The reason they got this list by taking over the last 10 years, they had a little score. They took the number of fines, the fine total, the number of suspensions, and the total games suspended. And that's how they sort of accumulated this little graphic system. What I found interesting, and what you were very, very kind enough to throw out, over half this is from John Morant's suspension. Right?
Court issues the one time.
Yes, that's what 40. So over the past 10 years, the Grizzlies have missed 42 games from suspension. Over half of that is John Morant, and I'd say about a third of that's probably Dillon Brooks. I was trying to look at Dillon Brooks's fines yesterday, and my math wasn't. You got to do some digging on Spot Rack to find that, but the total number of Grizzlies fines in the past 10 years is only 1.1 million.
A good chunk of that being Dillon Brooks, Tom Foolery, John Morant's off the court issues, a handful of texts here and there, not a big deal at all. I truly think that it's overblown because of that, especially when you look at teams like the 76ers who've been fined $18.1 million, the Brooklyn Nets $16.3 million. You've had so many more fines. Golden State's had 487 fines issued. Shout out Draymond Green for that. 481 for the Houston Rockets. We pale in comparison, especially if you take out once again the Batman villain, Adam Silver, caring about things that don't truly matter in the grand scheme of things. You're going to let a team circumvent the salary cap. But by God, if you throw up a gun symbol like everybody else in the NBA is, you're going to get fined in Memphis. If you put something on your personal Instagram in a country, in a state that recognizes the Second Amendment, I understand the gun on the plane going to Denver, but that's old news. But by God, you put something on your personal Instagram, you're going to get fined and suspended. You take out that tomfoolery, and we're not even in the top 10.
Yep. It's like Edward did the math for us. That's 17 games to suspension without John Morant. That is not in the top 10 of this list. We're not. I doubt we even sniff the top half of the league, to be perfectly honest, if you were to remove John Morant. I found this interesting. And to me, it's does this just, Memphis is the scary place, quote unquote. It's like this kind of stuff. It's like, does this give credence to that? Absolutely not. But anyone who knows NBA and knows ball is going to see this and be like, wait, John Morant was suspended for 25 of these games. What are we talking about?
100%. And then you got teams like the 76ers been fined $18 million, but only had 9 games suspended. There's some biases here clearly to who plays for your team and where your team plays. And I'm going to leave that alone.
Yep. And That's all we need to say about that. We're not gonna. This was a
Memphis
great.
ain't dirty.
Memphis is
That's why I'm
not.
wearing this. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. It's Memphis versus everybody
That's
all
right.
the time,
All the
every
time.
day.
All the time. It's not dirty, and you know what? Some dirty franchises, not dirty like bad, but dirty like stanky. It's time for our daily dose of It's a Trap.
It's
a trap brought to you by FanDuel. I'm going, for those of you just joined us, it's name in honor of Admiral Akbar from Star Wars, RIP. We will be giving our guest, the co-host, the 3 bets. He just has to tell me the trap one. In keeping with dirty garbage teams, I wanted to do the not you, you're the good one. We're going to be doing the NFL.
No boy.
2 wins, 6 regular season games.
Don't have the Titans up there because we're plus like 50 million to get 6+ wins.
I kept this more. Neither one of our teams. We are going to do other teams. We're going to have. Okay, you ready? Which one of these is a trap? Is it A, the Miami Dolphins? Minus 190, 2 wins, 6 regular season games. The New York Jets minus 135, 2 wins, 6 regular season games, or the Cleveland Browns 2 wins, 6 regular season games plus 140.
Plus 140. So the Jets and Dolphins were minus.
The Dolphins were minus 190.
190 minus 145 for the Jets. The Dolphins have been extremely bad.
They have.
The Jets haven't been great either, but their division is kind of down. 2 is bad. It's got to be the Dolphins. The Dolphins are the trap.
Yep. You got it, brother. It's a trap. All right.
They've been so bad.
Not only have they been bad, but like they've been get that coach out of here bad. So the other two, the Jets and the Browns, those were right. The reason I had that minus 190. The Chicago Bears, man, they think we might win 6 games.
That's hilarious.
I was like, oh, great news. That's wonderful. So we're not going to bring up the Titans because we love them. We are,
they don't love us, but
they don't love us. Before we get out of here, we do have a couple things I want to do. One, we had a couple deaths that we need to recognize. So I want to give our condolences to Jason Smith from 921. He lost his father, Les Smith. Les was a Fox 13 anchor in Memphis for
929 ESPN Radio. Yeah. Jason's got a daily show. I believe he comes on at 10 o'clock. He's been a pillar of Memphis sports coverage for a long time. Big Memphis guy, loves the Tigers, loves the Grizzlies. Does a hell of a job covering said Tigers.
Yes.
Really just a pillar here in the community. And his dad, Les Smith, was for a long time on Fox 13 News. So, our condolences here at Bluff City Media go out to the Smith family. Losing a legend like that in Memphis is always tough, especially one that's been such a pillar in our community for a long time. And that family, Les and Jason, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. So our condolences go out to Jason and his family for sure.
Praying for you, Jason. We also lost, not quite as close to home, but we lost Robert Redford yesterday. And I thought it would be fun to end the show on a quick little draft of Robert Redford movies. Because it's like he was, kind of, for those of us kind of grew up on his movies, our dads for sure. I mean, I remember watching so many Robert Redford movies to my father. Kind of his go-to. And so we wanted to end today with Draft Day, not the movie. Draft Day, not the movie. We are just going to do a quick little back and forth draft of Robert Redford movies. Let's flip heads or tails. You want to go first, or we'll flip heads or tails?
Heads.
You can go first. I don't feel as bad when it's just 2 of us because it's can be shot. I feel worse when it's worse when there's 3 of us. You go first.
He's in one of my all-time favorite movies, all-time favorite sports movie, and it's The Natural. Freaking love that movie. Like I've seen it 10,000 times. My favorite baseball movie of all time. He's so good in it. Roy Hobbs is an incredible hitter. Just such a nostalgic romanticization of baseball. So give me The Natural.
Natural's great. I'm going to go. I get two. I'm going to do All the President's Men first.
Mhm.
That was just that might be the movie that made me want to pursue any form of writing or just to be like. I saw that and I was like, wait, those guys are just kind of journalisming stuff, and I was just like, that's really cool. And I don't know, I like it. And then after that, okay. And then I'm going to take, and this is mainly because, oh God, this is tough. So I win either way. I'll leave you with Butch and Sundance. I'm going to take the Sting. I'll let you take Butch and Sundance. Paul Newman's going either way, and him and Paul Newman, they just made some great movies together, and I love the Sting. Little bit older. I'll let you. I'm assuming you're going to take Butch and Sundance. Am I wrong?
I've got two. So I've got two here to round out my top three, and I'm getting all three of my favorite Robert Redford movies. I'm getting The Natural. I'm getting Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and I'm getting Jeremiah Johnson. Another incredible movie, man. Incredible movie. Great gift too. Everybody knows the reaction. He just you've used it. You used it in conversation before. I know you have. I know you have in the comments here. Jeremiah Johnson is my second favorite Robert Redford movie, and I do love Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Man, I was sitting here. I was thinking. I was like, man, Jeremiah Johnson might make it back to me. When I said I watched the movie with my dad, every dad ever loves Jeremiah Johnson for some reason.
Absolutely. So, and it's such a good, it's so good. Such an epic movie. There's still other great ones on there that there's so many good to pick from, but those are the two I'm going with.
Yep. And you know what? I'm going to go, oh God, I might go a little, actually, no, I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go romance. I'm going to go, I don't care. I'm going to go Out of Africa.
It's
It's a weird movie. It's Meryl Streep. It's two of the most beautiful screen legends doing looking beautiful. It won a bunch of Oscars. I'll do that. We just named 6 movies that Redford has that are all 6 just like
classics.
And
we didn't even touch like Sneakers or A River Runs Through It or like Ordinary People.
There's Condor.
So many good ones that we didn't even touch. That again. RIP to 2 legends, one a Memphis legend and one a screen legend for sure, giving us Roy Hobbs and Jeremiah Johnson, man. Come on.
Yep. We lost 2, like you said, we lost 2 legends of the day. We lost Redford and then we lost our guy Les.
Mr. Les Smith, Mr.
Les Smith, our guy Les. So condolences to their families, thoughts and prayers to everybody. That's going to do it for our show today. We had a good day today. Good show. $2 at 11.
11 o'clock. It is the 3rd edition of the Greased Poll. If you don't know what that is, tune in at 11 o'clock. Come find out. Come hang with us as we talk Greased Poll.
Yep, and it's exactly what it sounds like. I love it. Then we got Staying at 1. We will be back tomorrow. Me and Jared are rocking tomorrow. It's going to be good.
Let's go.
College sports because he knows this stuff, and I haven't talked about it a lot this week. Thanks for everybody in the comments as well. We had Poppin', Edward, King Meeks, Kenny, Wayno. Thank you guys. Tune into all the shows today. We'll be back tomorrow. And if we can leave you with anything, like we always do, remember these 2 things. Remember, 1, be a little weird, just a little baby bit. And 2, like Deadpool gets it. And 2, remember to smile. Bye, guys. Have great days. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.